What's going on, everybody? Taylor from FTR back with another vlog, and today I want to go over our top 3 projects for the upcoming 2026 season. So I want to start the video off by just going over the past weekend. It was the CRBE. It was so awesome to be able to see all the people that we've known for the last few years, people that we haven't seen in a little while, also all the faces that we've seen over social media, people we've interacted with, people we've talked to over social media, being able to put the name to the face and actually see these people in person. The expos are just awesome for that. But another reason I love going to expos is because it jump starts a little fire in me to look at the future and look what we can do differently, look what we can do better, look what we can do differently with our pairings, just everything in general. It really starts a fire in me to kind of go forward and be excited for the future and what we have to do kind of here and moving forward. So that's why I wanted to talk about our top 3 projects going for 2026 breeding season. Of course, we're still in 2025, but we're already starting our pairings now for what we will be laying in 2026, what we will be selling in 2026. And our first project that I want to get into is our Pied project. And the main reason I'm excited this year for Pied is because this is the first full year that we're going to be doing double visual Pied combinations. So when I look at projects, I kind of group them into different categories. So not necessarily just Pied and strictly Pieds. For me, our Pied project is our DG Pieds, our Clown Pieds, our hypopieds. That is to me Pied, because Pied is the very first part of that project that we're working towards, and we're kind of layering the other things on. So you could break those all down into individual projects, but for me, that's my Pied. So we have our regular Pieds, we have our DG Pieds, we have our lavender Pieds even, we have our Clown Pieds, and we have our hypopieds. So those are all the things that we're going to be working towards this year. We're going to be producing our first, hopefully we should be producing our first double visuals in a lot of those projects, and lots of crazy combinations with visual hets and hets to hets and all these different things. But the main reason we're excited this year is because we've really struggled hitting double visuals in the past. I've tried to hit a double visual recessive for the past 4 years, and I've missed every single year. And I've went through quite a few clutches, so it's really frustrating that we haven't ever hit a double visual of anything. So I'm really excited for that. The first one that we should be able to hit this year is a combination of Enchi DG Pied combos. That's something I've been trying to hit for the past few years. What's nice about not hitting them right off the bat, though, is that the next year I can hit something even better in the same project. So not only just a DG Pied, but I might be able to layer Enchi on top of it, or Orange Dream, or Enchi Orange Dream, or even another recessive. So it sucks that we've missed them in the past years, but at least we're going towards hitting something even better this year or next year. So the second project that I'm extremely excited for 2025 and 2026 is our puzzle project. Now, same kind of thing with the Pied that we talked about, where it's not just puzzles in general, but a combination of our puzzle DG stuff, our hypo puzzle stuff. We're going to be working in some other recessive that we're going to hold off for another video in the future, just because it's something I don't want to reveal yet. But a couple of the clutches that we're excited for in those projects is we should be hitting some Cypress Enchi hypo puzzle combinations. Those two being the main codoms that we're trying to add this year. We also have some other ones that we're working in there, but those are the main ones. I'm really excited for the Cypress puzzle combinations. We're also going to be doing some DG puzzle stuff. We're not as far in that project yet, but this year should really put us a huge step forward going for the DG puzzle stuff, and that will be more of a 2026, kind of mid to late 2026, we should be able to hit some really cool combinations in the DG puzzle stuff. The other side of the puzzle that we're really excited for, and it's something I don't think is talked about enough, and that is just straight puzzle with no hypo, no DG. Those two genes are amazing, and I love what they do for the respective genetics. But at the same time, I don't believe that, especially with puzzle, that everything should be layered hypo and DG and a combination of hypo and DG. I really like what puzzle has to work with. with just codoms added on top. So things like Black Pastel and Cypress and Enchi and Wookie or Hurricane, Spot Nose, like these are all things that we still haven't seen yet. And so many people are just trying to leap forward to that next double and triple recessive, where I strongly believe that there's so much in puzzle that we haven't seen, and I don't think layering DG and hypo and DG on top of them before we actually see what the base looks like is the best idea. I don't think DG and hypo should be in everything. That is probably not what a lot of people are going to say, but at the end of the day, I think there's tones to certain projects that the DG and the hypo wipe away, and I don't think that they should be in everything. Now, I still love them for what they do. We're still working hard in those respective projects, but I do strongly think that we should not always add those two things just to everything. To me, it just doesn't work for everything. The third project that we are extremely excited for this year is our Tri-Stripe project. And we have very good shots at hitting a lot of different Tri-Stripe stuff from my knowledge that has never been produced. And I'm not the type that's like, oh my God, I want to be the world's first in the sense of like bragging rights. But to me, I'm just being able to see that combination for the first time. That's what really gets me going. I've never been one to chase world's firsts. To me, it's more of like, I want to see what it does to see how we can move that project forward. I want to see Red Stripe and Special and a combination of Red Stripe and Special and more Orange Dream. I'm not trying to really reduce the Tri-Stripe. I'm trying to add as much pattern in there as possible. So things like Hurricane, things like Wookie, I think even Black Pastel. I think I want to add those types of genes to our Tri-Stripe project to try and add more side pattern, keep that really nice Tri-Stripe look that everyone knows Tri-Stripe for, but I also want to be able to add the crazy side patterns. And again, not just add hypo and DG to everything. We are working really strong on Desert Ghost Tri-Stripe stuff this year, so I should have a lot of het combination stuff. And then we're actually kind of in our second/third year of going hypo Tri-Stripe. So we should be able to see those combinations start forming at the end of 2026. That's a little bit later. We'll do some update videos as we go along, but Tri-Stripe is something that I'm extremely excited for this year. And I wouldn't put it above puzzle, but it's kind of like 1A, 1B, depending on the time you ask me, really, because I'm just excited for both projects. People that know me for the past know that I was huge in Pied. I've always been Pied, and that is something that I'm slowly getting away from, because I don't think we've reached a finish line with Pied, but I do believe we're so much Pied stuff has came out looking all the same. You have their Super OD, Super Enchi, Fire, Pied stuff, and it's kind of trapped Pied in this little group where I think we need to step outside of the box and do some different things to get some different look of animals. Obviously with Pied, you're always wanting to add more pattern in there. So we're still excited for that. And then our puzzle and Tri-Stripe are kind of neck and neck for this upcoming year, and then all of the other stuff layered on top. So those are our three favorite projects that we're most excited for the end of 2025 and going into 2026. I want to know what your guys' favorite projects are. Is it something that we're working? Is it something that we don't work at all? Leave a comment down low. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, because it really does help our channel out as we're trying to grow it and improve it. We really want to hear feedback. If you got all the criticism, please either DM me if you don't want to make it public, or just leave it in the comments, because I think all criticism is good. I don't think there's any type of bad criticism. If you got something that we don't do well or you don't think we do well, leave a comment, and I would love to hear your guys' opinion. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time.